to my channel. How is everyone doing today? I'm really excited right now to sit down and play with these new eyeshadows that I got from Makeup Geek. As you all know, she rebranded her brand. I am a fan of Marlena. I've been following her since before I even had a YouTube channel of my own, and I did have quite a few of her blushes and eyeshadows from previous, so I'm really curious to see how these pan out to those, no pun intended. But if you wanted to see individual swatches of everything, of these shadows and the highlighter, bronzer, and blush that I picked up, there will be a video linked in the description box below. Click down there and you can just go watch that. And right now I'm just going to get right into it so we can do a tutorial. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can be closer to my eyes, because we're going to start on the eyes first. So first things first, you always want to prime your eyes. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty one that I used last time to see how it pans out. I keep using that word. How it works out with these eyeshadows. And I'm really liking so far this Fenty Beauty eyeshadow primer. It's pretty good. I like how quickly it just blends in, and it doesn't feel drying on the eyes, and it doesn't crease, which is awesome, because one of my issues that I have with usually as in highlighters, primers like this, is that it will crease on my eyelid. That's one of the reasons why I have always used the MAC one, the paint pots, because I feel like for me, it's like the best type of formulation on my eyes since I have dry skin. Okay, so let's set that with a powder. I'm going to go in with that Charlotte Tilbury powder that I used in my last video, the little itty bitty one that I meant to say. And this is shade number 2. And I'm going to go in with this brush from Ulta. This is their tapered highlight brush. And it's always nice to set your primers before you go in with the shadows. I learned that trick from watching a couple of people on YouTube, and it does help, so that if you ever notice that when you put on eyeshadow primer and you just go in with the eyeshadow, like you get a big blot, or it's splotchy and uneven, and it's because it literally just sticks to the eyeshadow primer. So it's always good to set before you go in with the actual shadow that you're going to use. And I just keep putting it on until I feel that it's not so tacky anymore, because the purpose of an eyeshadow primer, for those of you who are new to makeup, is to help the longevity of your eyeshadows, and also to make sure that it's basically stays in place. So I think that's good. This is a very light powder, so you probably think I'm going in with a lot, but it's very minimal. It's getting on this brush. I don't think this is the best brush for it, but it's working. So let me see. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's gonna, you know, skid on the eyeshadows I'm putting. Okay, so all right guys, so I don't really know what kind of look I'm gonna come up with, so I'm just gonna wing it. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna go with creme brulee all over the lid, and I'm going to use the Sigma large E shader brush, the E60. I was going to say 360 for some reason. So this shade I did not have previously. I don't know if you can see it as a fallout. When I had my first shadows that I had from Marlena. I had Cupcake, Simply Marlena, Cocoa Bear, Mocha, what's the other one? I had another one that was like this beautiful like teal color. I can't remember the name of it. If I can remember the names of the other ones, I'll put it down in the description box. I just can't remember now. Oh, this is a pretty color. I never got to get creme brulee, and the reason for it is because it was such a popular shade when she first came out with her eyeshadows, that it was always sold out. This is one of the most popular shadows when she first released. I do apologize if I say a lot. So this is a really nice color. Like, you can literally just put this all over the eye and call it a day. Put some eyeliner and you're good to go. So this laid down a nice little base for us. So that looks nice. I really like this color. I'm trying to remember what color it reminds me of from MAC. If I can remember, I'll just insert it here. So another shade that I picked up is called You Had Me at Yellow. That's it right there. And I was thinking that it could be a dupe for the shade, I think it's called Uninterrupted from MAC. So I'm going to go in my tapered blending brush, my E35. I normally would go in with my E25, but I have yet to pick up another one of those. So it's like a nice like mustardy yellow color. I know it's looking very washed out here, but if you watch the video that's linked down below, you'll see that it is not this washed out. So to give you a good idea. So I'm going to go in my crease with this color. Put a little more on my brush. What I like about this particular brush is that it really packs on the color, but it buffs it out at the same time. So you might not even see this shade because I put down that creme brulee first. But I really want to use all 4 shadows that I picked up from that order that I did. So maybe next time what I probably should have done is just gone on with this one. But I'm going to put another color in my crease as well. So I just wanted to try it out. So this shade I think would be best if you're going to use it. Don't put creme brulee all over the eye first. Just go in with this one, the You Had Me at Yellow. But you probably can see it. Like this is creme brulee and this is You Had Me at Yellow. So it has a yellow undertone. Yeah, so it's definitely reminding me of that color. Like I said, Uninterrupted from MAC. It's definitely reminding me of that shade. And I'm not really being like meticulous. I am not a makeup artist. I'm just someone who loves makeup, and I'm self-taught the things that I do know. I have been putting makeup on myself and other people for quite some time. I really do enjoy it. It's very relaxing to me. I love doing makeup on other people as well. I tend to do more a enhanced natural look on people. I don't really do like a dramatic look if I do someone's makeup. I mean, if they want that, I can definitely do that. But I really like to emphasize someone's natural features, and I really like to try to make them look as natural as possible, because I'm not one of those people who like I'll do like a smoky eye and then a really bold lip unless I'm in that mood, and it just, you know, goes with that, you know. So those are the 2 shades we have so far, and they look really good. I have to say, so far I'm really liking the formulation. I don't believe that the formulation has changed, because so far I've used those 2 shadows and they're going on just as smooth and as pigmented as the shades that she had before. So I'm not really noticing a difference in that. I think she just excuse me, just changed the shape of the pants. Now this is the shade that I had before. It's called now Cheetah Bear, but it used to be called Cocoa Bear. This was an eyeshadow that I used to death when I had it in my makeup collection. I absolutely loved it. So I wanted to be more precise, so I'm going to go on my Sigma blending, the E36. This brush is perfect, like when you want to get really in the crease right there, and just perfect brush for that. So this is, again, it's called Cheetah Bear, and it's a beautiful, beautiful brown color. And if you guys are wondering, I didn't get any color eyeshadows, like any blues or purples, because honestly, I don't wear those shades all the time. I don't really wear them, I should sort of say. On a day, yeah, I like them. If I'm in the mood, I'll do that. But I figured, let me just get some basic brown shades and see how they work, because that's really what I would wear. Basic browns. I really love to wear browns. It's just easy. I feel like with these colors, you can't mess up. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit more of this shade Cheetah Bear on the outer corner in a minute when we're done putting here. But it's just as pigmented as I remember. I'm not getting any skipping or any patchiness. Maybe I should have gotten some color to try out for you guys, but I figured these would be a good entry level for people who have never tried Makeup Geek to see how they work. Because typically, in my experience, I feel that most people, when they get makeup, they go for the brown shades first because browns are easy. And then just going back and forth, looking in my camera here. Do you see? That just really accentuated. I really love this color. This is a great color for transition and increase. So I'm going to go put a little bit more on the outer corner because we're going to go in with that next shade that I got on this part of the eye. And the next shade that we're going to use, I've never used any of Marlena's foiled eyeshadows. Because before, when Marlena first came out with her brand, she was actually one of the first people, an influencer, YouTuber, because they were called YouTubers and really not influencers. They're called influencers now. She's one of the original YouTube people. Her eyeshadows are always sold out. Every time I wanted to get, it was always sold out. So I just stuck with what I had. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with that foiled shadow in a minute. But I just want to get, so you guys can see. Like right now, you pretty much can just go put in like eyeliner or even just mascara and you're done. You have a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Transitional brown eye. So remember, when you're doing makeup, always start out with a little bit if you're not sure how it's gonna look, and if you're not like you don't like it, you can always take it off. Because one thing that I learned, because like I said, I taught myself how to do my makeup. When I used to do my makeup, I was just like, oh, let me sit down and play with it and see how it looks. So that's always a tip. Just play with it and see what you come up with. Because I remember when smoky eyes were really like a huge trend. I'm going with the NYX glitter glue to put as a base for that foiled eyeshadow. Because I don't like to spray my brushes to wet the eyeshadow. I don't like to do that. So I prefer to use another primer. And I was like, you know what? I never thought those would look good on me. You know, what's that word I'm looking for? I didn't think a smoky eye would look good on me is what I'm trying to say. And I sat down one day and I just started playing with my makeup, and sure enough, I was like, whoa, I really like how that looks. And then I was like, that wasn't too bad, you know? And I, from there, started wearing smoky eyes. And I wasn't intimidated by it. So we're going to go in with this brush, the E56 from Sigma. So I show you that quickly. And I think I'm just going to wipe it on the back of my hand. I'm afraid it was the little bit of primer I left. I'm going to do the other eye in a minute. So the shade that I ended up picking up was Grandstand. And this is a foiled eyeshadow. And I picked this shade because Marlena is always talking about it. And she says it's her absolute favorite. And then based on the swatch that I saw on her site, I decided to get it. Because it seemed like, oh yeah, oh my god, that's super pigmented. I took too much. Let me flip. That's a trick. If you get too much eyeshadow, flip the other side of the brush. And just pat it. Wow. I don't even think I need to dip into that again. I could probably use what's on this brush to the other eye. Do you see that color? Oh, that's so pretty. It's like what's the word? In here, it looks very bronze if you look at it, see? But on the eye, it's like peachy bronze. It's like one of my favorite ways it looks. I love that. I'll intensify the other color in a minute. Let's do the other eye. So I'm going to get a little bit more primer. The NYX glitter one. Excuse me. My throat today is doing like, I don't know what. It's this weather. It's rainy here today. It started snowing. And then when I woke up, the snow was no more. It was just raining. And that's another thing. If you put primer on one finger, use another finger to blend it out. So you can, like, if you need more, just go back and tap. And I'm probably out of frame. Sorry if I'm not. I forget sometimes. And it's just the way my my muscles work. Sometimes I'm leaning a little too more and I didn't realize it. So with what's left on this brush, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to just go in the eye and apply. And if I need more, I'll go back. And with my left eye, I always do it this way because of the angle. Because if I do it the way I do it when I'm not filming, you guys would not be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go right back into that shadow again called Grandstand, and put some more. This is a pretty color. And I also picked up some lashes. I'm not someone who usually wears false lashes anymore. Like, I have to say, when I first started, not right away, but maybe when I got more comfortable, there was this girl on YouTube before, I think her name is Olivia, if I remember correctly. She used to post her videos all the time. I gotta do it this way, sorry guys. And I absolutely loved the makeup looks she would create. She doesn't do YouTube anymore. And she always put fake lashes on, and I was like, I need to not be afraid and put some fake lashes on. And ever since then, I really liked how they look. I'm just looking to see if it looks balanced. My eyes, I need a mirror. I feel like this eye, even though I'm right-handed, I feel like this eye came out better than this eye. What do you guys think? I think my left eye looks better than my right. So I'm just looking at this mirror. I think the transition is not that great here, but it's better over here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more of that, what's on the brush, what was the shade? Cheetah Bear. I gotta remember to call it Cheetah Bear, because it's not Cocoa Bear anymore. So that's the side that has, okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit to kind of fix that so it doesn't look so thing. So like I was saying, because I got cut off, I'm so sorry. Olivia, she inspired me to try fake lashes, and the brand that I started with was House of Lashes. I love their lashes, so I pretty much just use House of Lashes, and I never really used anyone else's. So that's why I said, let me get her lashes. I'm just going back in with that brush with no extra product, and I'm looking down and just increasing that Cheetah Bear color. And yeah, so I was like, let me try her eyelashes, because I know she came out with eyelashes before and I never got to try them. So we got a pair to try on today. And those are all the eyeshadows. I probably should have gotten one more eyeshadow. I don't know, for like the brow bone or whatever. Maybe I'll go in with the highlighter that I got from her on, you know, the other part of eyes. But for now, the eyeshadows I think look really great. What do you guys think? I like the colors that I picked. They're definitely colors that I could see myself using again, and I feel like they're nice shadows for beginners to try out with, and that's why I picked them out. Maybe just get like one really light color. I'll put some names of some that she has that you could get, because I don't know the names of the shadows off the top of my head because they're so brand new. She didn't have these particular colors when I first was introduced to her line, is what I'm trying to say. Right, so I changed my mind. I'm not going to line under the eyes with an eyeliner, because when I went and swatched them and I looked at them, it wasn't calling out to me. So I'm just going to use the shadows that I use, and I'm going to just go in with Cheetah Bear under the eye with this short shader brush that I used before from SLMISSGLAM. And we're just going to do that, because two of the eyeliners, I should say, sorry, that I wanted to use are, well, they're not available anymore. And I wouldn't want to use something that you guys cannot get your hands on. Now, you don't have to put anything under the eye if you don't want to. I just feel like I need it today. So we're just going to do the Cheetah Bear. And then I'll put mascara on, then see if I'm going to do eyeliner. Any kind of eyeliner. I do have some Urban Decay ones that are like in the bronzy family, but I don't know if those are available. I don't think they are. I think Urban Decay doesn't make them anymore either. So that's what I'm trying not to do. I'm trying not to use makeup products that you guys cannot get your hands on today to create this look. Okay, so I found the eyeliner I was talking about. It's from Sephora, and this is the shade Cocoa number 14. I really like the Sephora eyeliners. If you guys have not tried them, you should try them. They are very long-lasting, inexpensive, and they will last you quite some time. So we're just going to go in and just right at the base of the eyelashes. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Just darken it up a little bit. I don't do a wing or anything like that, because for me, I can't get a wing perfect. It takes forever. Like, I have a tutorial that I did where it required a wing liner, and I got one eye perfect, and then the other eye, it took me, no joke, like 7 tries I had to keep to try to get them even. Can I do it? Sure, if I practice enough, but I don't really wear it enough I feel to really try to, like, you know, get it. So what I just typically do is I just go a little thicker if I want to. And there you go. Oops, I didn't mean to go that much. But I guess it's okay because we're gonna have false lashes on in a minute. So, and this little tip here, what this does is that it helps make it look like you have more lashes, you see? And if you use black eyeliner, it looks even more like you have your more eyelashes, what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna just try to get this eye in frame, and then I'll do the other eye off camera. There, and if I wanted to intensify it even more, I could just go under the eye with that, but I'm not going to. Now, if you want to make your eyes look a little more sultry, make it more smoky, then go in your waterline with a black eyeliner, or, you know, can go in even with this one, it's dark enough. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I might change my mind. I don't know, because like I said, I'm not really sure what kind of look I'm creating here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other eye with this liner offline, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is both eyes. I know this doesn't look great, but we'll fix that. So that's so far. So I'm going to go in with this mascara from Maybelline. This is the the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. I absolutely love this mascara. I've repurchased it many, many times. So we're just going to go in with that first, and then we're going to do the false lashes. And I'm using... my eyes, for some reason, decided to tear up right now. It's really hard to put mascara on while you're looking. Now, I want to know, when you do your mascara, can you talk at the same time? Because when it comes to eyeliner mascara, I feel like you can't really talk. So I need to bring them in. Yeah, that's better, because I can't really see. I don't want you guys to see what I'm doing. And I have not worn fake lashes in quite some time. And I got a little fall off on the mascara, which I'm not surprised, because it happens, you know, it dries up. So I was probably completely out of frame when I did that. I almost poked myself in the eye. Did you guys see that? All right. I'm not going to be too concerned about how the eyes look with the mascara, because we're going to put fake lashes on. So now let me do the other eye. I wanted to have like a different mascara to try for you guys, but then I remembered I'm going to put fake lashes on. So I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter, because, you know, they're going to be covered up with false lashes, which I hope these are going to be easy to put on, because I haven't worn fake lashes in a while, like I said. Okay, so let's see if I could do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. And hopefully I don't forget to do my eyebrows, because I remember one time, this is a while ago, I was doing my makeup and I got so caught up in doing it that I forgot. I did everything and I forgot to do my, I didn't put mascara on. And I posted the look on my Instagram. And then when I went back, I said, oh, I didn't even put, what's that called? Mascara on. It was funny. And I didn't really used to fill in my eyebrows before, because why didn't I fill in my eyebrows? I think it was just because I just didn't know how to. And then with time, I learned. And in quite honestly, I didn't realize how much my eyebrows, like, you know, were so sparse, how do you say that then? Okay, so I got to do the bottom now. And I'm sure everybody does the ugly face. So one thing that you could do when if you choose not to wear like in your waterline, to make your eyes look more open, you can use a nude eyeliner. I used to have one from M Cosmetics, which I wish she would bring it back, and it was the rose gold one. It was called Rose Gold, R-O Gold. And it was like the best eyeliner for the waterline if you wanted something nude, but it didn't look like skin. It was perfect. It was beautiful. I wish she would bring it back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Michelle Phan will bring it back. What are we gonna do? Oh, now I gotta get the lashes. See, I was already forgetting. So these are the lashes that I picked. They're called Nicole, and I picked them because they're gradual. They go short to long, and they're very wispy, and that tends to be the style that I like, and they look a little bit on the dramatic side. So hopefully they're gonna look like this when I put them on. I forgot to grab my lash applicator, which makes it so much easier to put on fake lashes, but yeah, we'll manage. So the key to putting on fake lashes is you need to look down when you put them on, and you want to make sure that your glue is tacky enough. So I'm using the dark tone one from Duo. You want to make sure that it's almost completely dark before you put it on. So you got to look down. I just want to make sure I'm in the video so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm not out of frame. And you want to also trim them before you put them on. I typically do not trim my lashes because where my eyes are so big, I find that I don't really need to do that. And this is what you do. Start placing them where you need them. These might be a little too big, but we're gonna, for the video, we're just gonna leave them like that and hope that they work out. I might have put them a little too high. The only thing I do not like about when bands are too thin is that I feel that they don't really what's what I'm looking for? They don't stay on me. Like, it's like the band can't be too thick and the band can't be too it has to be a nice medium, and I feel like I might have misplaced these. So, but you see the effect it gives you. No lash with eyelashes. They're pretty, but I think I maybe should have cut them a little bit. They might be a little too long, and I think I might have placed them wrong. I guess I have not worn lashes, fake lashes, in a very long time. So we're gonna try to reposition those, and it's quite possible that the glue, I might not have had enough glue. It's stuck perfectly here, but if you look carefully, it's not. See, it's coming off. So let me see what I can do. Put them on, and I think they're just too big for me, so I would have to trim them. But honestly, I don't know. Never had this issue with the House of Lashes one. I feel like they're very soft and they're very lightweight with this, which is great. But I don't know. Let me just try something and I will be right back. I'm not really liking these eyelashes. The good thing is it feels like you have nothing on. What I don't like is that for me, I'm finding they're very hard to put on. And I don't know if it's because the band is so thin, because I've never had this much issue. See, like I've taped, look, and it's already coming off, and it's not the glue because I use this type of glue all the time. I feel like they're just not, you know, they're not working with my eyes is what I'm trying to say, because I don't have this issue with the House of Lashes lashes. So not really liking them, so I'm gonna just take them off because they're not staying. This is the third time I've tried to put them on, so off they're gonna go, and I'm just gonna fix it up and we're just gonna continue with the tutorial. Okay, once I zoomed out so we can do the face, I'm gonna use the Tarte Double Duty Beauty hydrating primer, the base tape one. How many of you, by the way, thought, you know, you have kids when you think about this, Wreck-It Ralph, when she goes, you said duty. Oh, I did it again, but I'm for it anyways. It didn't do so bad when I put it forward, so we're just gonna prime the face. Yeah, those eyelashes did not work for me. Let me know if you've tried the eyelashes and they work for you. They were pretty expensive. They were more than $9. I honestly don't think they're worth $9. They felt like lashes that you can get in you know, the drugstore for like $4 to $5. Because for me, like the House of Lashes, their lashes are like $10, $12. And for me, they're worth that price point because when you take them, they have a certain firmness to them. They're not flimsy, and the band is not too thick or too thin. And for me, I felt like I could just pop them on and they stay on. So I know it's not the glue because, like I said, I've used the duo glue forever. So I didn't really care for the lashes. But I did get them, like I said, to try them out because I've never tried her lashes before. It could just be that particular style. Maybe the other ones are great, but that doesn't encourage me to buy more lashes from her, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go in with this foundation. I haven't used it in a while. It's the CoverGirl Vitalis Healthy Elixir in shade 742. I did a review on this video a while ago. I did a review video on this a while ago, is what I'm trying to say. So let's put some of this on. I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush today, my Expert Face brush. I'm just going to put it right on the brush, trying not to make a mess. So let's just dab. And I'm trying to just, you know, swatch and really buff it in. And then we'll go in like with concealer. See, I really like this foundation. It gives you a nice natural look. And this brush, if you have not tried it, if there's a brush you want, one of the first brushes you want to try, so I'm just say from Real Techniques, is this one, the Expert Face brush. It's awesome. It's very inexpensive and it effortlessly buffs in your foundation. And the really good thing about this foundation is it's buildable. Like you see how it gave me very light coverage. And I could just go in and build that up again. So I'm going to put a little bit more on my brush. That was only like one pump. So I'm going to do another pump. And I haven't done my forehead yet. But what I'm going to do is just dab a little bit here. Because I don't want to go in with a full pump right on my forehead. It's typically what I do. I just kind of do that. And then let's do this side. Because I feel like I didn't really put that much foundation on this side. But then, you know, when you use lights and you do your makeup, it makes it hard to know if you really need one of anything. So you really have to keep checking in a mirror that is close up. At least for me it is. And I don't know if that has to do it because I wear glasses. Like I'm not wearing contacts right now. I'm just going off on my sight. And that could be it. And I always bring what's left on my neck. Always. Because you don't want to have that line of demarcation, you know, where people could see you have makeup. Getting those, buff it. Now let me do my forehead. Yeah, so really too bad about those eyelashes because I had pictured in my mind the way the look was gonna be. But the eyeshadows worked really great. So let me know, like I said, if you've tried the lashes and they work for you. Okay, let me check with my mirror to see if I need to put more foundation. I don't think I need to, excuse me, but I'm gonna just make sure that I blended everything up perfectly. Yeah, that looks really good. Nicely blended in. And that face primer is really good. I see why a lot of people like it. So far, I'm really liking it. It's very hydrating. I'm just wiping off my foundation. I don't know if you guys do that or not. I don't like to see when people show their foundations and they're like, you know, all clogged and dirty. I don't know. For me, I just feel like bacteria. No, you know, you should clean that. Anyways, that's just me. So today, as I mentioned in a previous video, I wanted a little more coverage. So I'm going to go in with my MAC concealer. I have it in this little compact. And we're going to use my Ulta buffing concealer brush. And what I like to do is I load up my brush. And I don't remember what shade it is because you can't see it with this particular compact. So I'm just going to put it on the screen like always. And I just go in and I fill in this front part as the truck goes by. And then I just fill it in a little bit here. And it gets that darkness. And then I just buff that. And then I'll go in with the Jouer. You guys can see what I'm doing. And I bring a little bit here because you see my glasses make a mark on my nose. And I try to conceal that as much as I can. There they go. So I do apologize for that noise. That is not me. That is beyond my control. If it was up to me, they would not make any noise when I'm trying to film. But you see how that covers that up? So now I'm going to go in with a clean brush. And I'm going to go in with the Jouer first. That's what I should have said. And then I'll buff it in with that so it doesn't mix up. But I absolutely love this concealer. If you have not tried it, you need to try it. It's amazing. So there, we're going to buff that in. We'll do one eye at a time. And then we'll go in and set it. I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lyric. Or maybe I should start calling it KVD Beauty because that's what it's called now. Because if you guys didn't know, she sold her shares. So now Kendall is the sole owner of her brand that she started, which was really sad to hear because, you know, I'm a fan of Kat Von D. So we're going to go with Lyric first. I'm going to use this brush. This is from Sigma, the Tapered Highlighter F35. And we're just going to go in with that first. And then we'll go in with the other powder. We'll do the other eye with the concealer. And then we'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I know there's a lot of controversy with her going on. I honestly don't talk about those things because I try to stay as neutral as possible on my channel. I think that unfortunately what happens now, I will say this, with the way social media is and everything, if you say something, you immediately get, what's the word I'm looking for? People attack you immediately. If you don't believe in what they believe, like, it's kind of like we're supposed to be able to have freedom of speech and, you know, feel comfortable saying the things we want to say, but the way people get, it's like they don't let you. It's like you're not allowed unless it's what they believe. And, you know, I just see it this way. We can agree to disagree because we're not all going to agree to everything. I'm very diplomatic that way. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe, just like I am entitled to believe what I want to believe. So you see how those two concealers together with that powder just makes it pop. Where's the other powder that I used earlier? So we're going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury just to put it on top. And I'm going to use that same brush because I felt that Ulta one didn't really work. Putting the powder, it took a little long. So we're just going to go in with that just to give it that little bit so it's not so yellow. But so far, I'm loving everything. Let me do my eyebrows because I'm going to forget. And then we're going to, you know, do the bronzer and all that stuff. So we're going to use, again, today the Fenty Brow Wiz. Oh, why not Brow Wiz? I'm sorry. I meant to say. We're going to go in, as I said, do my eyebrows. We're going to use the Fenty Beauty liner. What I like is that on this end is, you know, where it's the color. And this is the shade. This is the Brow MVP, it's called. And is it black brown? Yeah, black brown is the shade that I got. And I'm going to be using a mirror because, you know, from here to there, I can't see that close of a detail. But I don't feel like I need that much. So I'm just going to fill in the little sparse areas, which is usually this little part right here. I don't do the whole Insta brow where you put the concealer and all that. That's great if you do that, but I don't feel that it's necessary on my eyebrows. I mean, if someone were to do my makeup one day, like if I went to someone and they did that on me, I would totally be okay with that. I'll let them do it. But when I personally sit here and do my makeup, you see the difference already? I don't feel like I need to do all that. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's do the other eyebrow. If you guys can see what I'm doing. And yeah. Another thing that I want to try to do is use more makeup brands that I have not tried. So if there are particular brands that you want me to try on my channel, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I love reading your comments. And please follow me on Instagram, because I tend to post there polls. So I'll ask you, do you want this? Do you want that? That's how I came to the decision to do the 2 separate videos. Because one thing I do not like, let me know if you guys feel the same way. I don't like that when you click a video and it says it's going to be a lip swatch video, for an example. And you start the video and the person is talking about, it's obviously a sponsored video, but they're not saying it. And it's not sponsorship for the lips. It's a sponsorship for something else. And you're like, wait, did I click a lip swatch video? Or did I click a video for the thing they're sponsoring? It's like, okay, I understand. Do your sponsorship, that's fine. But don't tell me it's a lip swatch video. And then if the video is 10 minutes long, you've been talking for 5 minutes about something that has nothing to do with lips. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make sure they're even. All right, so now we're going with the spoolie. Where's the little cap? I don't want to lose the cap. Great thing, you will not lose it because it's triangular and it doesn't roll, even though I was moving the crap out of my table just now. So yeah, let me know if there's some items you want me to try on my channel. Be more than happy to do that, because before, when I first started my channel, as a truck makes noise, I do apologize, I used to buy everything. But in all fairness, back then, I'm going to talk a little, I'll talk over that, I do apologize. These releases didn't come out literally every week. It was like seasonal. So you knew that it was for the spring, it was for the fall, the summer, the winter, whatever. And you had time, you know, to get the money together, and you would prepare and you would get stuff. But now it's like literally every day new makeup is coming out. So it makes it really hard for someone who likes makeup as much as I do to stay in the loop, because it's like, I don't have money like that to go and buy stuff. And then a lot of times I find that the things that are being released, it's kind of repetitive. So it's like, I already have that. Do I really need to get that? And let's be honest, if we're going to get it, it's because of the packaging, because packaging, hello, always draws us in. So I'm going to go in with this MAC brow set. I'm trying to use it up. This does not give you a very firm hold, but it's, you know, it's nice. It's a nice little soft hold. So let's say if you wanted to brush out your eyebrows because they're a little, or reapply some product, you can. But if you wanted to basically do your eyebrows and just set them and forget them, I would recommend the Benefit one, the Benefit Cosmetics brow. That stuff, bulletproof, and the Anastasia one is really good as well. So the eyebrows are done, the eyes are done, the face is done. So now let's do the cheek products that I got from Marlena. So we're gonna go with bronzer. I've never used any of her bronzers, and the shade that I end up picking is called Tawny, and this is the one that they recommended for medium skin tone. So it's that right there. So in the light, it looks very cool tone, but out of the light, it looks like it might be a little warm tone. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go in with my Sigma Soft Angle Contour Brush, the F23. I really like this brush when I want to try out a bronzing product that I've never tried, because I feel like that it picks up just enough product, which is super pigmented, and it doesn't, how do I say, it doesn't diffuse it, because like I felt like the Ulta one, it was applying it, but it was taking long. So if you want to get enough on your brush to just kind of go in and then just buff it out, then this is the brush for you. And I also like to use this brush for blush as well, is what I'm trying to say. So let's just go in, very light sweep. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Let me go on the other side of my face, and I dust it off. All right, let's put the majority on the bottom here. Yeah, when I use bronzer, okay, I'm gonna have to do something so that it doesn't shake. I don't know why it shakes, because it's nice and tight, the stand my phone is on, so I need to be very, very careful. It's a nice color, but it's super pigmented. Maybe I should go in with a different brush, because it's really, let me just hold my arm over here. so it doesn't shake the table. I'm just gonna go in little by little because this is like really pigmented. I didn't know it was gonna be this pigmented. The color is pretty. If I need to blend it out, I'll blend it out. But I'd rather add more product. That's a tip if you're gonna put on anything on your face, eyes, whatever. Start out with a little bit. You can always add more. It's definitely a warm tone. Can you see that? So that's good with me. But it might be a little on the orangey side too. I'm gonna buff that out in a minute. I'm just applying the product, and then I will get a brush and I'll buff it out. I'm sorry, my nose is like wanting to run a little bit. I think it's because of temperature, and I'm wearing a tank top, and you guys are probably wondering why. And it's because with these lights, it gets really hot. But then I'll put a long sleeve shirt on later on when I'm done, because I won't be sitting in these lights and then I will be cold. So let me grab a brush. I'm gonna use this other Sigma brush. This is the large powder brush, the F30. And this is a brush I tend to use when I feel like I have too much product on. I just go in and I just buff it out. But this is a really nice color. I like it a lot. I definitely don't have anything this shade, because even my Fenty one is not like this. The Fenty one is definitely a deeper, richer tone, but this is a nice color and it went on really good. Like I could add more if I wanted to, but I'm not trying to look super bronze. I just really want it more for contouring. I did not grab, no, I got it right here. Okay. I thought I didn't grab the brush for this. So we're gonna go in with the blush that I picked, and I picked this one called Sweetness because it's one of her newer shades, and it's like a peachy color. And we're gonna go in with the Sigma F40. You think I would know the name of these brushes, like the numbers, because I've used them so much. We're gonna go with this, and it looks like it's super pigmented, so I'm just gonna pick up a little bit. Oh, wow. So let's see. Oh my god, that's really pigmented, more than I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buff this out, but this is a pretty color. I definitely do not have anything this color in my collection, so I'm just gonna go. This is more blush than I'm used to putting on. The shade that I had of hers that I absolutely loved was called Infatuation. I wore that blush to death. I had to stop wearing it at one point because every time I would come on the video, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear Infatuation, and I was like, Eva, you're gonna have to step it up and use different colors because you have three other blushes of hers. I had, what were the name of the brushes? Blushes. I can't remember the names of them because it was that long ago, but if I can, like I said, I'll put it in the video, pop it in here. But we need to buff this out because I look like somebody literally pinched my cheeks. I know the fake smiling thing gets people, but it works. This is a really nice color. I really like this color. This will look beautiful on any skin tone. But just you saw how it is. It's very pigmented. But the great thing is that you can buff it out. See how nicely? So that's great. I think it will look great on anyone. I absolutely love it. I mean, you don't even have to wear, what's that called? In my opinion, I don't even think I need a highlight. But I'm going to put one on because I did buy one for you guys to try out. Just going to double check in my mirror. But this is a very pigmented blush. I do not have any in this color, so I'm glad I went with this because it was Blissful. That's the color. It came to me now. I was going to repurchase that one because I did have that one before, but I'm like, no, the whole point of the video is to try out items that you have not tried. And the only one that was a repeat, like I mentioned before, was the shade called Cheetah Bear now, because I absolutely love that shade and I wanted to see if she had changed the formulation. I had even asked her if they had the shade Mocha, and they said they'd not bring it back, so that's why I didn't purchase it. And they did say to get a different shades. They told me Americano, and there was another one, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna go with what I know, and I didn't want to get like 20 shades because, like I've mentioned previously, I'm trying to be more mindful of what makeup I have. I want to make sure that the makeup that's in my collection, like I said, interruptions, so I apologize for that. I want to make sure that what's in my collection is going to be used. That's what I'm trying to say. So long story. So this is the shade Luster. I picked this one. I almost got the shade called Psychedelic, but then I was like, is that going to be too icy on my skin? Like I didn't want it to look pale. So anyways, I'm going to go with my Real Techniques setting brush. You guys know I love this brush for putting on highlight. So let's see how this highlight goes because I've never worn any of her highlighters before. And I went with this one because looking on the swatches, it looked like it would be a color that I would like. I don't know if it's the lights, but it looks very like icy. And when I mean icy is that it looks very like light, like pearly. And I was looking for something more on the gold side, because that's how it looked online. It looked golden. Maybe it's the lights. Let me put some more. It's pretty though. I like it. It's nice. It's just not what I was expecting, but it could just be the lights. I'm trying to see what does it remind me of? It's reminding me of what shadow? Is it the Benefit one? I think it's reminding me of the Benefit. Is it something Watts? Oh my god! If I was supposed to remember stuff right now to save my life, I would fail, because my memory has been so bad lately. But it's a beautiful color, like especially with the lights. It's like, whoa. Let me see in the mirror. You don't need a lot. Like I really just use those on the brush. It's really pretty. I'm trying to think of the tone. Let me just buff it out a little bit. I put a little bit too much on this one, and I'm gonna have to balance it out. I have to go back and put a little bit. This is not the shade I thought it was gonna be. Let me just buff it out with this brush, because it's looking like a streak. And whenever I put on my products, I don't want it to look like I have a line. I want it to look as diffused as possible into my skin. But it's pretty. It's just not the shade that I thought I was going to be. So I definitely don't have anything that's more like pearly, because I used to have that one. It's a cream one from Benefit, the one I mentioned. I'll have the name here. And I absolutely love that. I used that up. It was a mini and it was perfect. So this is nice because it's something that I don't have. So I'm really happy with the things that I picked, because I definitely, like I keep saying, I don't have these things in my collection. And I definitely can see myself using these items again, because I really like the quality of the eyeshadows. I really like the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. The blush, like I said, I had experience before, and I loved her formulation. And I think she actually tweaked it a little bit, because these are even, this one in particular is even more pigmented than the one I had before, because the ones that I had before, I would build them up, whereas this one was just like a boom. But you said I could blend it out easily. Like if I wanted to, I could easily put some more blush on my face. But I think that looks great because the way we have done the eyes. So I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm gonna get some lipsticks to try out for you guys, and I will be right back. Okay, once I'm back, I put on some earrings, and this is the look so far. We have not decided on a lip. I have quite a few lip liners here, so I really don't know. Like you can really wear any lip that you want. I threw away so many lip products that I have, so that's why I'm really limited on what to wear. But most of them are from ColourPop. A couple of them are not. So for instance, I have this little mini one from MAC, and this is the shade Velvet Teddy. It's a nice little peach color. So like I could line my lips with, what did I use last time? I think it was this one from ColourPop, is the BFF3. So let's try that lip combo. If we don't like it, we could just take it off. We're just gonna try and see what works. So you can wear any lip color you want. I'm just going to try a couple of things, what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to line my lips with this one. So that's BFF3, so it's a really dark brown. And then I'm just going to go on with the MAC Velvet Teddy. This is a mini one. So that's really like not enough color in my opinion. So it's a nice combo. But for this eye look, I don't like it, so I'm going to take it off and try something else. I have Dose of Colors lipstick in Mocha. It's one of my favorites, so I'm going to just try this out. Originally, I had wanted to get some of the Marlena ones, but none of the colors that they had were calling out to me, so that's why I didn't pick any up. So I do apologize if you wanted to see some of those. So let's just put this one on. Now this is my favorite lip, like to just wear every day. This is a nice color, but I think that for the eyes that we have going, it's a little bit too washed out in my opinion. But I do like it. Like say if I was just going to go out right now, I would just wear this lip color and be done with it and not have something so. But I'm going to try another lip for you guys, one more, and then we're just going to leave it there because I honestly do not have a lot of options for you. And I do apologize, but like I had mentioned in my previous videos, I did a huge decluttering and I really need to get newer lip options for you guys. So this is another Dose of Colors lip that I'm going to put on, but let me just take this one off. So the other shade is called Lava Cake, and this is a really nice like reddish brown color. In all honesty, I would love to wear a red lip with this. I do have a red lip, but it's not available anymore. So let's see how this one works, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably just put that one on, and then you guys could just tell me what lip color you would use with this eye look. So let's just put this one on. So that is Lava Cake. This is actually a really nice color. I've actually used this shade where I just blot it on my lips and I just go out the door with it if I want to have like a little extra color to my lips. So here's that shade. It doesn't look too bad, but just for the fun of it, I'm going to put the red lip on for you guys so you can see, because I honestly think a red lip will really make this look pop. So I'll be right back. Before I put that on, I'm going to prep and prime with the MAC Prep and Prime. And this stuff is awesome if you're going to put on a long-lasting liquid lip. So many people have this now, not just MAC. I think Wet n Wild has one now. ColourPop I know has one. There's just so many brands now that have this. So this one is expensive considering the ColourPop one is only $6. So this is really great to put on so your lips don't feel so dehydrated when you wear it. So I'm going to put on the Patrick Star from his collection. What is this one called? They make these letters so small and then it's so dark. It's called Patty Pout, and it's a really nice red. And if you guys know me, I am not a red lipstick person, but I really genuinely love this color. I think it's the perfect shade of red. So I'm going to put that on for you guys so you can see how it looks and how it wears. So here we go. And there it is. You see what I mean? Like a red lip, I feel, is always nice when you do like a bronze lip. And it actually looks more orangey red on camera. But it could be that just the color has changed since I got this. Because I believe this is already a year old. But I absolutely love a red lip. If I would have had actually my red lipstick that I loved that they discontinued from L'Oreal, I don't remember the name of it, but I'll put it here. That was like my go-to because I like a very deep red. This is more looking like an orange or a blue tone red. Okay, everyone, so that is Patty Pout. Let me know which one you like the most from all the lips that I put on. I know I put a couple of options for you guys. And I also wanted to tell you, if I did not mention this, I don't think I did, you can put all of her panned eyeshadows and everything in a Z pad. This is a Z pad that they did with Sephora. I've had for quite some time, so they fit in nicely. You don't need magnets or anything like that, because I do know that she has her own Z palettes, but where I already have so many empty ones, I just didn't think to buy one just because it says Makeup Geek on it, even though they're very pretty, but they are $20. And I was like, I could have got more eyeshadows or something else for that price. But nonetheless, I absolutely love all the eyeshadows, including the foil one. So as you guys can see that, the Grandstand, I see why this is her favorite shade. I think it's beautiful. Everything went on so pigmented and just blended out so effortlessly, which is great. So if you are a beginner, I recommend getting some of her eyeshadows. This video is not sponsored. I'm not being paid to say this. This was bought with my own money. So if you haven't tried anything from Marlena, I would definitely try with at least one of her mini palettes. I think they're like $14.99 and they're already like She already picked out all the colors, but you can create your own as well. But the only thing about when you create your own is you have to get 9 eyeshadows. So just, you know, use your discretion what you can afford or not. And another option that she does have, if you guys didn't know, if you get something, they have afterpay. So what they'll do is they'll break down into 4 payments. So let's say it's like $50. They'll break it down into 4 payments. So that's how much you guys. All I have to say. Definitely, I recommend you guys go get this. I don't think you will be disappointed. And she really has so many eyeshadows to choose from. I just went with, you know, the safe way to get the browns and the peaches and the corals because that's what I like. But just, you know, makeup is fun and just have fun with it. That's what it's all about, you know. And it washes off if you don't like it, you know. So no one cannot ever do their makeup. So anyone says, I don't know how to do makeup, you're setting yourself up for failure. Just sit down, play with it, have fun. And if you like it, that's all that matters. So I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed this video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.